Hi, this is English 7, week 3. I am glad that you guys get a little bit more space today, but you're still supposed to be doing your English work and the work for your other classes. So if you're hearing this, you have followed the program, and I'm proud of you. One of the assignments that needs to be made up or checked is the day 1 assignment from marking period 3, week 5, reading school lunches, identifying parts of argument. I'm going to explain that here, and then there will be a separate recording to explain day 2. If you already did it and you were confused, you might want to listen to this. If not, go and check your work, make sure that it's complete. If you haven't done it, here's the explanation. So you have some vocabulary up here that helps you to understand what you're reading: tart, bitter, crunchy, crisp, soggy, hearty, which are words usually used with food. We've been reading an article about school lunches. Over the last couple weeks, we've been talking about argumentative vocabulary. The first thing that you have to do is to state your claim. A claim is your opinion or position. Then the author gives reasons and evidence. And this assignment is about identifying the claim, reasons, and evidence. The types of evidence you can find are an anecdote, which is a personal story. Once I decided to buy a school lunch, and when I arrived there, I saw, etc. Facts. Starting in 2010, schools were required to cut calories and sodium. This is not a statistic because it doesn't include how many schools or the percentage of schools. It's just a fact that in 2010, schools were required to cut fats, calories, and sodium. Examples: lunch programs added lean protein as fish and chicken. So that's an example of what they did in response to the fact of being required to cut fat, calories, and sodium. But one of the statistics was that 1/3 of kids aged 2 to 19 qualified as overweight or obese. You could also have a statistic of how many schools changed their lunch, and you could have statistics of how many children bought lunch before they changed it and how many children bought lunch after they changed it. Those are all statistics. Expert opinion. A school cafeteria manager says there is an increase in the school trash. So that's an expert opinion. Another expert opinion could be a school cafeteria manager says that the children buy lunch less often than they did when we had the fast food, or the children buy food more often than they did the fast food because their parents are no longer require them to pack their lunch, for example. And that's an expert opinion. An anecdote that's related to that same opinion would be when the rules changed, my mother let me buy lunch at school. When they were just offering fried chicken and pizza and food she called junk food, she wouldn't let me buy the school lunch. She made me bring my lunch. That would be an anecdote. Okay, so you're going to be looking for the claim, anecdote, facts, examples, statistics, and expert opinion. That's day 1. On day 2, you're going to be looking for the same things, but that but except that we'll call the claim the counterclaim. That's the opposing opinion. And the opposing opinion will also be supported by anecdote, facts, examples, etc. Okay, then you're going to go to your document and open it. I am saving this, and I will make two separate videos for the actual documents.